This is April, your 2012 Rat Rock Girl, and I am here with the one and only Chris Daughtry. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm fantastic. Hope you are.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm sitting here with one of the biggest names in rock music right now.
What? You're too kind.
Oh, so you guys are currently touring for your new album, Break the Spell.
Yep, absolutely.
How is the tour going so far?
It's been awesome. This is obviously one of the nicer rooms, and it's sold out, and we're just very happy to be delivering all the new songs to the fans.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what can the fans expect from this tour?
It's a feel-good rock show. It's anybody that's seen us in the past still hasn't seen us if they haven't seen the show.
Very, very cool. Now, this album actually came together after a big life-changing event for you. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I had me and my wife had twins, and we took a decent break. We took like 4 months off the road, 4 months away from writing music, pretty much all together. And so when we got around to writing the record, everything just felt fresh and new again. Yeah.
Awesome. And how do you think that shaped what came out in the writing sessions?
Well, I think one of the biggest things that happens with people or musicians or writers when you're always writing all the time, at least for me, if there's no break, you feel like you tend to recycle something you've already done or just do a variation of something you already. So when we had that break, everything just felt new, fresh, and I don't know, it just gave us a break from each other, a break from music, and there for a while I forgot that's what I did for a living. Yeah, and then I'd hear us on the radio, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to get back to work.
Nice. So basically help the creative flow.
Absolutely, 100%.
And do you think the birth of your twins actually had some influence on what you wrote?
Maybe not so much lyrically as much as it was just a state of mind, just more positive, more optimism going into the songs, yeah.
Very cool. And now you talked about your wife. How does she feel about you going on tour? And I'm sure girls are always trying to, you know, throw themselves at you. How does she feel about that?
Well, she used to be one of those girls that threw herself. No, I'm just kidding. She knew me when I was nobody and I was playing in bars, you know, trying to get noticed. And she always believed in me. She always knew. Even though I was like, I didn't think it would ever get this big, she was like, yeah, I always had a feeling it would. So she's super proud, super supportive, and she's the one I come home to.
I think it's so sweet because a lot of rock stars, they go out on the road, and then you see that their lives at home just fall apart. Now, what do you think is the difference between you and the rock stars who let their lives at home fall apart?
Well, I've never been in those situations. You know, I think those kind of days of the sex, drugs, and rock and roll are pretty much over. For us, we're all married. We have families. We have kids, and we don't really go out and do the whole party scene. You know, we'll hang out on the bus with each other, throw back some beers, and, you know, watch movies that we've probably seen 3 or 4 times already. And I mean, that's as crazy as it really gets, you know.
You guys watch mostly like funny movies. What kind of movies do you watch?
Here lately, we've been into rock docs. You know, we've been like the Running Down a Dream, Tom Petty documentary. Last night we watched the Talahina Sky, Kings of Leon documentary, which was very crazy and inspiring. But a lot of, for all the like, hey, we're not going to do that, and we're not going to do that. You know, gives you. It's cool to see that stuff and to see, you know, the things that bands go through, and you know, let's avoid those situations. Let's avoid going there, but it's also very inspiring too.
Very cool. So you'd say that there's still a lot to learn from other artists, even though.
Absolutely. I think any band. We never feel like we've arrived. We always, even bands that open for us, we go out and watch them and go, man, that's like Safety Suits opening up for us. And they're an incredible band, very inspiring, and so much like heart and soul comes out of those guys every night, and we watch it, and it's like, you know, it makes us want to turn it up a notch too.
Oh, absolutely. We were just hearing their sound check. They're awesome. They have a couple of great covers, and you guys really have a good time, like, touring with all these different bands?
Absolutely.
Very cool. And so what's next for Daughtry?
Well, I can safely say it now. It just was announced. We're hitting Europe with Nickelback, and we did that tour on their last record, and it was such a great experience for us to get in front of so many people in that market that we wouldn't be able to reach otherwise. And those guys have always been really good to us, so we jumped at the chance to do it again.
So you and Chad are pretty much buddies.
Yeah, we're tight. We're like that. Actually, all the guys in Nickelback they're like family to us.
Oh, that's awesome. And I remember hearing you do a cover of a Shinedown song. Are they still a big influence in your career?
They're huge. I loved those guys, you know, growing up into the in the club scene, and I remember seeing them a few times, and it was just Brent just had this presence on stage that it scared you into like paying attention. You know what I mean? If you weren't, you're paying attention now. And I always thought he just had so much power on stage, and it was always cool to watch. Yeah. Yeah,
because I remember when you did that cover, that's actually was my introduction to the band, and I think that they're amazing, and
great guys,
it's
great
thanks to you.
Yeah, and maybe we'll tour together one day, boys.
Hint, hint. So, well, thank you so much. I wish you, it was so great to meet you.
Absolutely.
I wish you so much luck on this tour and with your next tour with Nickelback.
Thank you so much.
Can you